Hi everyone, so I'm back. I wasn't planning on doing this at all, but the last video I made, which I made to reach out to about 10 people, and it got like 350 views, and I got so many amazing comments and feedback and requests to do another video. And I did actually ask people what they wanted to see, but I didn't really get anything back. So I've just gone off my own accord, and I'm going to do a video today about body dysmorphia, how to identify it and what it really is, because I feel like it's a term that's thrown around quite a lot at the moment, and I don't think people really understand what it is, how serious it can actually be, and what to do about it. So body dysmorphia, like depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, OCD, it is a mental disorder. It's not a state of mind like feeling a bit low, feeling a bit unhappy with yourself. That's just negative body image, and that's not what it is, because we all experience negative self-perceptions, body dissatisfaction. We all experience that. Body dysmorphia is something totally different. It's not simply feeling unhappy with how you look. It's a lot more than that. It's excessive, continuous feelings and emotions about a certain part of your body, or your whole body, or just aspects of your body that are irrational. And these thoughts are very, very intrusive and invasive and persistent, and they don't leave your mind. So as a result, the person who is experiencing it participates in obsessive compulsive behaviours to sort of deal with the feelings. And these behaviours can be exercising, ritualistic mirror checking, that sort of thing. So in terms of the thought process, how it differs from just having body dissatisfaction. So body dissatisfaction is something that we all experience, and that is when you perhaps look in a mirror or you're getting changed and you think, I'm not happy with how I look, this doesn't look nice on me, I'm unattractive. I mean, we all have thoughts like that at some point, and it's perfectly normal, we're only human. But how body dysmorphia is different is that the thoughts are invasive, so they occupy your thoughts usually for quite a few hours a day. They're intrusive, so they stop you thinking about other things or doing other things because they're so dominant in your thought process. And persistent, like you experience them consistently, day in, day out. Like I've said, for hours in your day, it's very, very much always there. So in terms of the behaviours, it's not just a case of looking in a mirror and feeling unhappy, or perhaps going on a bit of a diet to lose a bit of weight because you're feeling unhappy. That's not what it is. It's routine mirror checking, so getting up in the morning, checking every day, checking yourself in every mirror you see. It's excessive exercise, excessive dieting, doing things that go against what is healthy because you are so fixated on that body part. It can also manifest in anxiety-based behaviours, such as like picking the skin because you think it's gonna, if you feel like your skin's uneven, I need to make it even. It also involves a lot of behaviours that people potentially do in everyday life, but what makes it different is the fact that you're doing it excessively and to large degrees. So for example, constantly needing reassurance from others about how you look. Like we sometimes just ask our friends, do I look alright in this? It's not that, it's you need it constantly. It's constantly comparing yourself to others in terms of appearance, and I don't just mean looking at someone really attractive and thinking, damn, I wish I looked like that. No, it's literally comparing your aspects of what drives your dissatisfaction, drives the dysmorphia. So for example, if it's something about your hands, it's literally looking at every single person's hands and comparing yourself to them, and that reinforces the negativity in yourself. So it's constant, it's not just one-off occasions that we all do it, it's constant, day in, day out, and that's what makes it different from just everyday body dissatisfaction. One type of body dysmorphia that I really want to touch on is muscle dysmorphia, because I feel like body dysmorphia is very much associated with females and eating disorders and feeling that they're too big in comparison to what they actually are, because that's, I think, what the social perception of it is. But muscle dysmorphia is basically the opposite. It's where you feel like you are too small, that you need to be bigger in terms of muscularity, and usually the people who have this, they are muscular, they do have definition, but they need to be bigger and they do not see themselves in an accurate light. And this can lead to obviously low mood, low self-perception, overtraining, over-exercising, steroid abuse, and it is pretty common, especially in the gym environment. And because I go to the gym, I associate with people in the gym. I have friends there. I'm very passionate about this, and I do want to get this message across. Before I talk about my own experiences and just self-help in general for body dissatisfaction, I do just quickly want to say, if anything I've said touches home a bit, if you see it in yourself or you see it in other people, I cannot urge you enough to seek help. Talk to someone, go talk to a GP, and you've got to remember that just like depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, like I said before, it's a serious mental health condition, and it does negatively impact your life, and you can get help for it, so please reach out to someone. The advice and self-help I'm going to give is not just for people who have body dysmorphia, it's for anyone who has body dissatisfaction, and a lot of this is very anecdotal to me in terms of what I do and what I've done and what's helped me. I do still struggle with it. I developed it when I developed my eating disorder. It was identified by my psychiatrist person. I can't identify my body type in an accurate light. Like what I think I look like is not what I look like, and it hasn't been for years. I just cannot visually perceive myself accurately. I see myself probably about 3 or 4 stone heavier than I actually am, and it's pretty hard. And I am a victim to these routine behaviours such as constant mirror checks on a daily basis. I have a schedule the same way you brush your teeth in the morning, and I still do it, and it is hard to not do it, but I still do it, and that's why I want to share with what does work for me and what can help you out there. So number 1 is to cut out the obsessive behaviours if you can. So like the mirror checks. Obviously you can't remove every mirror in the world, but if, like me, you are a victim to it, try not to do it on a morning. Like, I'm trying not to. I'm trying just to get out of my room straight away, go have my breakfast. Don't do it. That's not what you should do first thing on a morning. And also, I never weigh myself anymore, because that was something that drove the dissatisfaction, that drove the dysmorphic thoughts, was looking at that number and evaluating that number. So I don't weigh myself. So if you find yourself participating in behaviours that are obsessive, compulsive, if you can identify them and cut them out, then that will help rationalise your thought process. Number 2 is to be objective, and I think one way you can do that is by actually looking at progression pictures. If you are, for example, on a weight loss journey or a muscle gaining journey, so this is perhaps for people who are struggling with like muscle dysmorphia, look at a picture of yourself from a year ago and look at where you are now, and there is a difference. You will visually see a difference, because if you have been on a muscle progression journey, there will be muscle definition, there will be muscle growth, and you can't argue with that. Number 3 is to trust other people. So if, like me, you struggle to trust other people, if other people are saying, but what you're thinking is irrational, and normally you trust this person with what they're saying, why aren't you trusting them now? That's something that I do. Like, I've got a lot of people in my life that I trust with my life. Like, they're not going to lie to me, they're not going to tell me things that are wrong. So if they're telling me that what I'm thinking is distorted, it's not right, then I've got to believe them. Because by not believing them, that in itself is irrational. Because if you usually believe them, and this time you're not, the question is why? And when you really think about that, that can really help to put things in perspective and create the rationality in your thought process. And this is probably my best tip, is finding something in yourself that you love, because just forget what society says is beautiful. What society says is beautiful is unachievable. Like, if you think about models and actors and actresses, the amount of time it takes to do their makeup, to do their hair, the diets they go on, and most of the time they're edited. It's Photoshop. So what you strive to achieve, usually it's very much out of reach, and it's not something they usually look like on a daily basis, which is what you want to look like on a daily basis. So what you need to do is just forget about that. It doesn't matter, and it's unachievable. Once you realise that and conceptualise that, it really helps. So you need to find something within you that you like, and that does not have to be physical. That can be something that you hold, like a talent, a personality trait. For me, it's that I care about other people, and that's something that I am proud of, that I do have. I'm very much person-centred, and I will always think about other people, and sometimes that can be bad because I put people before myself, and sometimes you need to put yourself first, but that is something that I love. And what I'm loving at the moment is my strength, and that I'm strong. I couldn't lift a thing, and now I'm getting stronger by the week, and that is something that I love in myself. And that's what you need to do. And realise that your body is just a shell. That's all it is. What is inside is really what matters, and what your body can do is what matters. So I hope this has been insightful. I hope this has educated you, and I hope you can take something from this. If you do, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback, and if you've got any suggestions for anything else I can post, please let me know. So thanks, and have a nice day, guys.